inspire, empower. Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis.
Hey, beautiful ladies. Oh my God, I'm trying to come down with something, but I'm a fighter. Feeling a little nasal right now. But anyway, I'm coming to talk to you. I had an amazing conversation with a beautiful woman. When I met her and connected online, I just decided to get on a connection call and talk to her. And I was like, this sister is a powerhouse. You know, when some people speak, even when they ain't talking about nothing, you just feel like you get goosebumps whenever they open their mouth. And I was really super duper excited to be connected to her. And because we run in similar circles, she had said some things, and I had reached out to her, you know, with a sense of concern. I don't know if you all have really paid attention to the fact that I've got some pretty firm beliefs about how you launch in the coaching industry. And I find that so often we're so anxious to create that financial freedom that we think we can just skip to the advanced areas instead of taking our time and naturally progressing. And so, like I tell people all the time, I know that you're great at helping people and you've been given stellar advice, and everybody that you've talked to, their life has changed, but you really do need to start with one-to-one coaching first. You start with one-to-one, then you go to group, then you go to automation, because each level clarifies the things you need to know in order for you to move up to the next phase. And so she was very appreciative. She accepted, you know, my words of wisdom. And I told her, I said, hey, you know, I'm just giving you this advice because, you know, I don't know that much about you. And usually I would ask more questions, but we had time constraints and I just wanted to share that with her. And so later on, we were able to, you know, hook up and have a sister girl conversation. And she was like, you know, I just want you to know that I've done one-to-one coaching and I don't like it because it's draining. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, yeah, I've done group coaching before too, and I like that dynamic, but you know, group coaching is hard too. And I was just listening to her and I was like, wow, you know, the whole point of becoming an entrepreneur is so that you love what you do. And so I was like, do you mind me asking the personal questions? And I asked her what her rates were, and they were below the ground. I was like, oh, that's why you resent it. I know a lot of people who really prefer specific business models, you know, group coaching versus one-to-one. And I'm going to be honest with you, I love group coaching. There's a very great dynamic that happens when a bunch of women are leaning on each other. But baby, I also love one-to-one. You know, and like I was explaining to her, you know, you're the #1 unique identifying factor in access cost. And so, I mean, she was charging pennies on the dollar. And she also happened to be a woman just like me who really, really likes to serve. And that right there, that's what's killing us. Ladies, you're a heart-centered entrepreneur. You're a passion-driven entrepreneur. We're naturally nurturers, and we want to pick up the slack and take care of things. And sometimes you may be treating your clients like they are your kids. And unfortunately, some of you need to even treat your kids differently, your children. Then the bottom line is, like I told her, look, charge accordingly. You got two choices. Shut that shit off and stop serving so much, or turn that price up so that there's no resentment for the rates that you're charging. And that's what I always ask my clients. I might really believe they should be charging $2,500 for something that they only want to charge $800 for. And that's their prerogative. At the end of the day, what I want to know is based on the way that you're going to show up and the number of clients that you expect to have versus the clients that you will actually end up getting. Can you sustain? Will you wake up every morning excited and full of fervor? You know, it's one of those things where I like to be very cautious and not be judgmental and say that just because people invest at low price points, that means that they don't do the work. I invest in low coaching price points and high ticket price points. And at the end of the day, whichever investment I put out there, I am showing up and doing the fucking work. But at the same time, when you just always have these extra super duper low price points, you find people that are often gimmicky, that are just looking for a quick answer. They're going to ask you a lot of questions. They're going to want you to do a lot of work. I charge a lot more than some of my peers in the coaching industry. And you know why? Because I value my time. I value access to me. And I'm like the coach. I know that at the NFL game, I'm taking you to the championship. You get the ring once we're done. But there are some things that I will do for my clients that I know a lot of people don't do. Like, people will give you templates and say, here's how you should write your copy, and these are good for conversions. But I actually read my clients' copy. I look at their landing pages. I join their Facebook groups if they have them and kind of monitor and say, oh, that's why you're having a hard time, because you're over giving. I've done video clips for my clients. And it's one of those things, it's like, no, I wouldn't market myself as a video editor. But when I first jumped into the coaching arena, I invested in all the wrong stuff. So I was buying green screen equipment and paying for things like Camtasia to do video editing. And because I just wanted to master it no matter what, there's a lot of things that I can do with video on my own that doesn't take me very long, that takes other people a significant amount of time. And so, yeah, I might take one of my clients' videos and cut it up and splice it for them. That's a highly valuable asset that I have. And so guess what? That's why I charge the kind of fees that I do, because I know that there are these above and beyond types of ways that I'm going to serve that I can't always do that for every single client. Otherwise, I would work myself like a dog. And there's several ways to go above and beyond for clients that aren't as time consuming, but that's what you got to take into consideration. You know, and so if you been following me long enough, I've talked about the way you price your products, because at the end of the day, that baseline has to at least be able to pay your bills. But then on top of that, you need to put that transformational value. And so when I was speaking to this woman, she didn't even have a baseline either. She did, look at the numbers and say, oh my God, I'm going to be at the poorhouse, if I charge this much running my own business. But it doesn't have to be that way. Ladies, charge what you're worth. The reason why you are getting people that aren't saying yes to the price point that you have to offer is because you also don't have the sales conversation in order to convert. The way that you're out there talking, I guarantee you there are things that you are saying that are attracting people who will not possess the heart to do whatever it takes to be able to pay you. I have had people take out loans, sell vehicles. They are like, my house almost sold. Hold up, let me sign my contract. Those kind of things. And they're not doing it because I'm gimmicky and I sold them a pipe dream. They've worked with me. They've seen results. They've seen the results of my tribe. They see my dedication. They see how I serve, and they see how my business is their business, and how their business basically becomes my baby. I am the creme de la creme of babysitters, when you send your business there. And so because I know that I give so much love and I have so much fervor, that means that I need women that have that same fire, because together we're going to make magic. But I make sure that they understand, don't play with my time, because if I'm going to give my all, you got to give your all, and I have to be financially compensated in order for me to be able to keep showing up. So if you resent one-to-one coaching, make sure it isn't because your price point is too low. Make sure it's just, not your thing. But I hear people say it all the time, but I ain't trying to be funny. Oh, my day is coming when I'm going to be a $50,000, $100,000 per year coach. And if my financial goal, if I don't need even $300K just to live the way I want to live my life, and I got 2 clients paying me $100,000 a year, how overworked can I feel for that kind of money? A lot of you think that because you charge more, you're going to have to do more, but you're not. You're going to give ambitious people laser focused goals. They're going to get out there and they're going to slay that shit. So charge what you're worth. Check that price tag, boo-boo. It's not the clients that are messing it up. It's you. Your price point is so low, you actually resent doing the work. That's not the definition of entrepreneurship. So anywho, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Always don't forget to come over to aclive.co. We are growing. We are beasting. The atmosphere is hella contagious. And I can't wait to have you there. And speaking of selling, head over to my website. Head over to augustcrenshaw.com. There's a pop-up on the main screen. And I'm talking about the top 3 mistakes that female coaches make on sales call. Tune into it and let's see if you can identify with at least one of them. But most of the ladies I know, unfortunately, do all 3. Your money, it's right there. You're blocking it with the words that are coming out of your mouth. So anyway, I love you all. I'm going to get out of here. This is your girl, August Crenshaw. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in